you don't need to look far to find millions. Okay, here's 1.8 million right here. Okay, there's a couple $1,000s on these cameras right here. Here's $1,200 right here. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. Money is everywhere. Okay.
What's up, y'all? It's Brendan Boyd, and we are on the pursuit. And this is actually a mobile version. I'm in San Diego, and I had to pull up on one of the dudes that inspires and motivates me the most out here, and that's my guy, Mike Barron. Now, this dude is special because he went from Section 8 to a multi-millionaire. He's going to talk to you about that story, and we're just going to get into it, man. So thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me on, man. Thank y'all for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
We're actually in your living room right now.
We're in one of the living rooms. Yeah.
One of the living rooms. I got a bunch of questions I want to ask you. I just want to vibe out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just give a lot of gems to the people, if that's cool.
Let's go.
All right, man. So for those that may not know you, we don't have to get super deep into it, but let's just get a quick little summary of your story, because I think it's super crazy and impactful.
Yeah. Okay. So I say the same thing every time. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Mike Barron out of San Diego. I'm born to a 16-year-old single mom. Both my parents did not graduate high school to this very day. So grew up poor as shit. I'm in elementary school. I got a lot of problems. Can't keep my hands to myself. I'm a distraction to the class. Not really retaining information. Hyper as fuck. ADD, OCD, ADHD, the whole shit. They labeled me on that. They wanted me on drugs. I never did no drugs, for like psych drugs.
Yeah. To keep you like calm and suppressed.
Keep me calm and suppressed, man. Yeah. You know. And then just to kind of paint the picture, there's like 25 kids in the class. I'm like one kid that got his own cubicle facing the fucking wall. So there's like 25 kids and there's like Mike in the corner. And that was like my elementary school. So I go to junior high, shit starts to click. I started getting focused on grades. I was an athlete. I had really good grades. I fast forward to kind of high school now. I was still an athlete, but I wanted to be a gangster. I wanted to be a tough guy. So I was born in 84, I'm 37. Tupac, Snoop, Brother Lynch, Ice Cube, Snoop, like those were like my mentors.
Was it the music or was the environment that made you want to feel like you wanted to be a gangster?
It was environment. It was environment, but I just wanted to be a tough guy. I wanted to be a gangster. So by the time, and I'm kind of skipping through. Yeah. And we can go back on anything you want me to answer. Mm-hmm. But I'm walking out of high school, dude. I got 2 fucking felonies, in and out of juvenile hall. I'm fucking don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I was such a bad kid in junior high, class clown, disruptive. My parents sent me across town to go to like the surfer school. Yeah. I hated them for that. Hated the fucking surfer school. So I was at the surfer school, and in junior high I was a popular dude with all my friends. So I went to the surfer school, and I was like a green hat with an orange bill. Yeah. Just like this dude he ain't supposed to be over here.
Supposed to be here, yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fit in here, but y'all motherfuckers are gonna respect me. So we used to have parties on the weekends, high school parties, and I would show up with all my like gangster friends, and we would just like, man, let's go and hog. And we go in there and fucking sit on people's couches. People move out the fucking way. We go in people's refrigerators and grab all the beer and shit. And that was kind of like my junior high, my high school. So that's kind of how I grew up, man. Was never a bad dude, but I just want to be a tough guy. That's how I grew up.
So the story of you starting on Section 8 and obviously getting to where you are, there had to be so many changes, right? So like what was like the mentorship or what was the thing that kind of got you to move on a different path? Because it sounds like obviously you were not really on that path. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you wanted to be a tough dude. You know what I'm saying? You wanted that attention. You know what I'm saying? So what was the switch and when did you switch?
They used to call me the Black Cloud because I couldn't.
The Black Cloud?
The Black Cloud. Like I walk and the fucking cloud is just following me. It's raining on me. Can't get anything to go right. Yeah. Bad luck. Mark's brother is such a good guy, man. My little brother. Yeah. He's such a good guy, but that boy just can't get a break. He got this situation happened in this situation. They just call me the Black Cloud. Okay. So I bring that up because as you're going through the bullshit, like, I go across the street, some dude's looking at me. what happens? We start fighting. You know, I got a brand new car. Finally saved up money for the car. The head gasket blows out. Can't find the dude that sold me the car. So when I was young and going through the bullshit, I couldn't make sense of it. How come my mom don't love me? How come I got no dad? How come I can't get no break? How come, you know, all these kids in the high school don't mess with me at the server school? Like, why? And I had a lot of good going on. I was captain of my football team and had the good shit, but I had the bad shit going on too, and I couldn't figure out why. When I look back on my life though, and what I'm doing today, and what I'm becoming, I'm like, all this shit makes sense. Like it's like a roadmap. I am right now exactly where I'm supposed to be. And next week, next year, I will be exactly where I'm supposed to be. It's not luck. I'm not a victim. So I tell you that little story because I've always been, this is where the entrepreneur comes out.
Yeah. I
was always about money.
Okay, got you.
Okay, so I'm 5 years old. Tooth falls out, put it under the pillow. You get the money from the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
Okay, at 5, I knew there was no fucking tooth fairy.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, parents. I knew there was no damn tooth fairy.
Yeah.
But I was on some like, damn, I got a loose tooth. Let me yank that shit out to get the money, to get the bread, right? You fast forward, I'm like 12, 13. I'm buying candy. I would go into Costco and I'd go into like Sam's Club and you could buy bulk candy.
Yep.
I would buy one, I was stealing. I couldn't even walk with the store without stealing at the time.
Yeah.
I'd buy one, put one in my pants. So I used to start selling candy. So I became the candy guy. So even though I was a badass kid, I didn't do no drugs.
Yeah. You had early inklings of that mindset.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Though, when you look back on it, dang, that motherfucker always been like that. You know. So I was doing that, and after a while, I had a team, a little street team under me selling candy for me. So I was being the candy guy. I remember there was 2 kids in the neighborhood. They wanted to fight each other. It was Wayne and Sean. It's funny as hell. And I must have been about 14. Wayne and Sean wanted to fight. I was like, okay. I went to go talk to Wayne. I went to go talk to Sean. I was like, man, what happened? Man, he said this about my sister, and I'm gonna knock him out. I'm like, okay, listen, let's do it the right way. Let's make sure no one jumps in. I'll make sure it's everything, you know, is like controlled. Like I'll set it up, man. You down? Yeah. So before I had the Photoshop, man, I was on Microsoft Paint.
Yeah,
like 19,
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I made tickets. I had different levels. I had prices on it, and I started promoting the shit for like a week. Wayne versus Sean, get your tickets. Wayne versus Sean.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we went to the park to go fight, and it was burnt out, so we ended up fighting in my house, and I had a bunk bed. So like the bunk bed was like the nosebleed seats. On the floor was like the other seats. I made the kids fight. They're like 2 years younger than me. Parents up come to my crib and snitching me out. But that's bad as a kid.
Yeah.
But like now I look at it, like if my 12-year-old did, I'd be like, man, get your ass in the house, you're in trouble.
That's MMA.
That's creative as fuck.
You was doing MMA?
I was doing MMA as Dana White.
For real.
But that's...
Did they get bread or did you get all the bread?
I got all the bread.
They were signing poor contracts, bro.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up though. And that's, it's a trip though, man. It's like, I know that's some badass kid shit, but that's creativity.
No, 100%.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And that energy could be used for good or it could be used for bad, you know?
What's up, y'all? It's Brendan Boyd, speaker, productivity coach, and host of the On the PRST Podcast. And I want to talk to you all about my brand new book, the 8 Secrets to Success Playbook. Now, this playbook is jam-packed with all sorts of value. So if you're a coach or a consultant or an expert and you're looking to 5x or even 10x your business, you definitely want to grab a copy of this playbook. I'm talking about conversions, lead generation, high ticket offer, continuity offer, the power of speaking, the power of making a book for yourself, promoting, advertising is all in this playbook. So you definitely want to make sure that you grab a copy. Click the link below, get a copy of your playbook, and I'll see you on the other side.
So now we're talking about kind of growing up. So my target was a car. I'm like 15 and I was always like the ringleader of my boys. And I used to be like, okay, we're cool as shit. We got nice ass clothes. We rock Jordans. We poor as shit, but we got Karl Kani.
Yeah, you got the look.
We got Mecca.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got starter jackets. I was like, if we just had a fucking car, man, we can go to the parties. We can go talk to girls. We can be at the fucking movie theaters. So my target became a car. Okay, I became obsessed with getting a car. So at 15 years old, I started getting job applications. McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, KFC, Taco Bell. I started filling out the damn job application at 15 because you can't work when you're 15. You gotta wait till you're 16 unless you get a permit. I didn't have, I didn't get no damn permit. I was in trouble. On my 16th birthday, I turned in all the job applications. I got 2 job offers. So again, I look back at that shit. If I had a 15-year-old son, I'm like, damn, that boy's driven on his 16. What's Mike doing for his birthday? Oh, he's handing out his job applications. He's legal now. He's eligible. So I've always been about that bread. 6 months later, I didn't spend $1. I got my first whip. So I've always been about that shit. So the question was like, where did that shift kind of go? I've always had it, that hustle. I've always had that love in my heart. But you know, where I come from, man, we didn't have shit. So the goals were too small. The targets were too small. So even though I had some talent, some gifts, I didn't know I could become something, man. So I'm walking out of high school, I get a pretty good job. I'm working at the bank, night shift. You know, I'm like 18, and it's one of those like, it's straight out like Boys in the Hood and shit. Like, when you turn 18, you ain't gonna do shit, you ain't gonna be shit, get the fuck out of my house. It was like literally like that. It was like a countdown. Like, I'm about to be 18. I was terrified too when I turned 18, man.
What did that what was that age signify to you? Like, what was the fear kicking in?
Yeah, so, you know, I was in juvenile hall, and I was like a teenager. So I was a juvenile, and the trouble I was getting into was still lenient. I was doing some foul shit. I was doing burglaries, robberies. I was doing some gangster shit. I was never a bad dude, man. I wanted to be cool, though. And I just knew when you turn 18, you ain't no kid no more.
Yeah,
you ain't no, like you're in a different category. Like, you do that shit, it's over. Like, you gone. 10 years, 50, like, I was terrified, man. And so what happened was my neighbor, my mom's friend, she always knew I was a good person. And she was a manager at a bank at a loan center, Washington Mutual, which became Chase. And literally when I turned 18, she's like, hey, would you like to work at the bank? I was like, hell yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm about to get a crib.
Yeah.
I'm fuck this. I'm done. So I was there making like $21 an hour in 2002 when I was 18. That's like walking out of high school today making like 30, 35 an hour.
Yeah.
You're set. You got an apartment. You got some fucking groceries.
Yeah.
Pay your insurance, all that shit. So that's what happened. So now this is where it kind of gets interesting though. So one thing I didn't say earlier, I got this obsessive, compulsive thing about me. Like, my favorite videos on personal development, okay? You guys that want to get to next, your personal development the personal development you do is directly related to the paper you make, 100%. So my favorite videos, Hector Mark, GC, I've watched some of these videos 500 times over the last 5 years, over and over on a reel. I'll go back and watch some of these videos and I'll freak out. Like, what the fuck? That dude sounds just like me.
Yeah.
So I'm obsessive like that.
Yeah.
You go back to elementary school, and when I wasn't getting good grades, you asked me about Mortal Kombat, I could tell you every character, what realm they come from, what their bio is, what their moves are. I'm like obsessive about.
So that just transmuted essentially.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the way I was growing up was, if there's something I'm on, I know more than like 99.9% of the population. If it's like algebra, I'm gonna know less than most fucking people because I'm not into that shit.
Yeah.
That's you know.
Yeah.
A new song comes out, a new fucking Eminem song, a new Lil Wayne song. I will play that shit for 8 hours. My wife will go to the grocery store, come back. She's like, "Are you still playing that damn song?"
Yeah.
I still got that shit, right? So that leads me to my next thing. So I'm 18 years old. I got the job at the bank. I start dating this girl. I buy her a pit bull. I want a pit bull for my birthday. Okay, done. Okay, she wants a pit bull. How much is it? $350. I buy her a pit bull. She still lives at home with her mom. 2 weeks later, where's the dog at? Dog's with me. Dog ends up with me. Okay, I got the crib. So I'm working at the bank at night, on night shift. I start at, I believe, like at 3, 5 o'clock, everybody goes home. So I do a little lunch, a little dinner, 6 to 10, 10:30. It's just empty. And it's the night shift. So I'm on the internet researching pit bulls all fucking night, all night.
How to take care of it, what it needs, everything.
But then I started looking up blue pit bull puppies because back then they were rare. I look up blue pit bull puppies for sale. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. They selling puppies for 5 G's, 10 G's.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
15 G's.
Yeah.
I was like, ain't no way. I get deep on this shit. I start knowing. I found out there was a little community of pit bull breeders that had these renowned dogs that were like national champions and international champions. So I started researching them. I knew all the dogs. I knew their parents. I knew the dog's parents. I knew the whole damn
lineage on the
whole shit.
Yeah.
You fast forward a year later, I leave from the bank. I'm 19 years old. I'm living in a ranch. They call it the Grapevine, north of you, Frazier Park.
Okay.
They got the little the Flying J. If you go down to Bakersfield, at the top of the damn thing. So I'm living there in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I got 18 dogs. I'm the top 3 on Google. You look at pit bulls for sale, blue pit bull puppies for sale. I'm number 1. I'm getting hit up from NBA ballers. I'm getting hit up from NFL ballers. I'm touching paper now, and I'm winning. And that's when I started.
That was the first business.
That was the first business. I got my T-shirt on the wall.
I remember you showing me that. So was that 100% organic? Like, did you make it a business, or were you just doing it? Like, when did it become a business, or was that the first time you was really touching paper?
Yeah.
So like, explain that.
Yeah. So I had the first dog, Barron, and then I had a second dog before I even got like put onto how much money they were making. It was a combination of getting inspired to see how much money these people were making, and I started becoming friends with them. All the dog breeders are older cats, or like older than me, I should say. Late 30s, 40s, 50s. So I was just this young kid with a good ass attitude. Hey, Mr. De La Cruz, man, kind of come over. I'll walk the dogs. I'll fucking clean the kennels, man. Where do you live? I'm living in San Diego. I'm in Inland Empire, right? Yeah, I don't care. I'll come over this weekend. And you want to clean up the dogs? Yeah. Playing my position. Mm-hmm. For real. I was on some gangster shit, but I was just playing hey, man, I'm friendly.
But that's smart, man. It's positioning. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're doing whatever you need to do just to be in the present.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So I knew all the dog breeders. I was just a young ass. I just remember they had kids that were my age. They pull up, about to walk in the crib. They look at me like, what's this fucking dude hang on my dad for? And I was just this young cat that knew all the damn dog breeders. So I got plugged in, and then I started to come up. So then the question was like, how did it become the business? So I got connected with the right people. I found out this was a ridiculous opportunity. People were making fucking money like crazy. And then the third thing is I had a small little litter locally, and I was selling those dogs for like $300, $500. So I fucked around and made like $1,800 in a weekend. I was like, damn, $1,800 is more than fucking Washington Mutual pays me. So I was doing that, and I was just creating, man. I was like, okay. I met one of the top breeders, Blue King Kennels, and they had a dog that was a superstar, but nobody knew it. I knew Don P was a superstar. Like, I'll show you pictures, man. It's crazy. This fucking dog was a superstar.
So you say superstar, like, what is a superstar dog? For those that really know, you know what I'm saying? Like what makes that dog special, stand out?
This is 2013. The dog's 110 pounds, and it's just ripped. And he got a 26-inch head. It don't look like a dog. It looks like a fucking mountain lion. I'm not kidding you. I'll show you right now. But what happened was with that is the dude from Colorado owned that. The dude from Colorado that owned the dog went to prison. So that cat that went to prison had his friend hold down the dog. So I knew the dog was a star, but wasn't getting no attention. And I knew it. It's kind of like a talent agent. You just
like, if you got the dog, then
I said, dude, I take this fucking dog to California. It's over. I was like, it's over. We're about to get famous and we're about to get rich. So this is 2000. Let me see, man. Let me see. We're gonna have to show the audience this shit. Okay.
And I can add it in too, so they can see it.
Okay, it's a little blurry, man.
Oh, yeah. No, he's ripped though.
Come on.
That's
20 years ago.
This dog's crazy, y'all. This dog's crazy.
That's 20 years ago.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That dog's crazy.
So I'm talking about like, yeah, we should paste that in.
Yeah. Send me that and I'll throw it in there.
Okay, I'm talking about, I go to in Hollywood Boulevard and cars almost crash. I'm talking about, I go to the damn beach and people are just like, it's a showstopper, right? So I'm doing the night shift. And there's this cat. He must have been about 30. He's like, it was a white dude with skinny white dude with like had dreads, and he's cool as shit. He's like, hey man, what are you doing? I was like, man, I'm fucking about to be a famous dog breeder. He's like, really? I show him the damn thing. Pit bull puppies for $5,000. He's like, really? You're gonna do that? I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do that right now. He's like, what do you need? It's like, first off, I need a famous stud. I need a partner for him, nice female, and I'm building the website right now, and I'm gonna blow it up. I was already building out the website. I ain't had no fucking dogs. I got the $300 dog. He's like, interesting. He's like, so people in this industry are really making that kind of money. I was like, yeah, bro. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, he had no swipe. Look at this guy. Click. Yeah. Look at this guy. He's like, wow. Like, what are you doing for lunch, dinner? I was like, let's go. So this cat was on some shit. He was a real estate investor. So something came. I knew he was about it. I just seen it. I said, hey man, you and I can partner up. So this cat had the credit. This cat had the bread. This cat had everything. He's like, he comes back the next day. Mike, we need to talk. What's up, man? I stayed up all night, man. I researched this. So he was about that shit.
Yeah, he was kind of like you.
Dog, I was like, man, fucking yin and yang. Like, we on it. Like, let's get it. Okay. He was on the shit. And he literally said, hey, this is Fraser Park. It's 30 minutes north of LA. He was saying this shit. The next day, he was like, we could put you on here. We could put on this ranch, and we could put a barn here. We could set up all those kennels, and we could start there. I was like, dude, I'm ready. He's like, when do you want to go? I was like, I want to go ASAP. He's like, what do we have to do? There's a dog that nobody knows about named Don P. That's fucking famous. Like, I will make that dog famous. That dog will make anywhere from 100,000 to $250,000 in the next 12 months. I promise you, I guarantee it. He's like, how much do you think you can get it for? I was like, bro, I can get that dog for $5,000. How do you know that? Because I talked to the cat that's in prison. I talked to his friend that's holding him down, who's a famous breeder. You think Tone will part ways with Don P? What are you offering? I'll let you know tomorrow. I called back. I said, we'll give him $5,000. He talked to Tony in prison. Great opportunity, because Tony's in fucking prison. He needs some fucking money
he needs a bread.
Something, top ramen or some shit. You know, he got a family and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, $5,000 for co-ownership. I'm like, done. Okay. So we lock it down. The money guy locks down the crib, locks down the fucking barn. That's damn near big as half this floor here. Locks down Dom P, wires the money, and I'm on the fucking barn. It's like that, right?
So real quick, for the people that are not really picking up on this shit, I want you to just kind of reiterate what just happened with the leverage, because there's a whole lot of leverage going on, a whole lot of OPM going on.
That's right.
Because you had the idea, the creativity, you basically had the blueprint. I don't know if you had it fully mapped out, but you had it fleshed out right here. You were obsessed about the opportunity. You knew it.
See,
somebody spoke to you about it.
Right.
You reiterate that information, and then that was able to spark the light bulb on him, and then he brought the other things that you were basically able to leverage, and then
Yeah.
started from there.
So you're a very smart guy. There are a lot of lessons in that little thing. Shit. The problem is with a lot of people, they don't know how to create. They don't know how to fucking create. They don't, like, I know, like, this point moving forward, you're like, man, I got fam in San Diego. Yo, Mike, Brandon, about to pull up. What's up, fam? You want to go work out? Like, this is an appetizer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know how to fucking create. And most people, not only do they not know how to create, they don't even know if a fucking opportunity is in front of them.
Yeah.
And if you're really on that shit, if you're really about that, you create your own opportunities. So what I tell you, I was already building the website. I didn't have no damn dogs.
Yeah.
I was already building the damn thing. So it's just kind of like, it's just like one of those lessons. It's like, you got to commit first. You got to commit. You got to be sold on the shit first, and then figure the rest out later. I'm 100%. Not saying don't do dumb shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a dog breeder. That was the first decision. So we're gonna go fucking do that. And it's just like falling forward. Oh shit, open door, jet stream. Fuck, tripped again, falling forward. Damn, met the fucking kennel guy, the fucking money guy. Jets, you know. So like, for you guys out there, you guys want to make money. You guys want paper. You guys want good lives. Take care of your family, influence, and all that shit. You got to commit first. You have to commit first, and that's what happens.
All right. So there's a couple things I feel like people need to kind of piece together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So back from there, like when you were younger.
Yep.
And you can correct me on this.
Yep.
Where was the fear factor? Because it doesn't seem like
you said a powerful word.
It doesn't seem like. I mean, you were doing some things that was to the left, obviously, right? And obviously they ended up correcting, and you got, we haven't even talked about what you do now, what you're doing now. But where was the fear factor at? Because it seems like you were kind of fearless during that whole transition.
Damn, you really touched the fucking button, man. Okay, so let's talk about fear, man. Okay, single dude. He want a pretty date, want a pretty girlfriend, and he sees a, old girl at Vaughn's across the way, and he's like, or he's at the bar, whatever the fuck. What's preventing that, man? It's fucking fear.
Yeah,
it's fear. We all got them. Jay-Z, Beyonce got them. Insecurities, doubts, counterintentions. We all got them, but it's just like, to what extent? I remember being at GC's office. I used to be a sales and marketing manager over there, and I remember I was a new guy, and I remember seeing like some of his biggest hitters there. I'm like 1 week in, and they're like, anybody else got something to say? And fucking Jared or Steve Spray would say some powerful shit. And I'd be in there and be like, fuck, I know I could spit harder than that, but I'd be fucking scared to speak up. And that was not that long ago. That's about 6 years ago. It's fear. It's fear that are holding people back. And it's just like, I know I'm a different kind of cat. For me, I just need to make a decision. It ain't maybe, it ain't what if, it ain't.
Were you always like that? Because I mean, I know through personal development, you're probably locked in.
Oh yeah,
you know
of
what I'm
course,
saying?
of course.
But were you always to a level fearless? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
based on some of the decisions you were making.
On subjects, I was an expert on. I already did my dog shit. I already knew. Like I knew I put in the work. I was like, dude, I'm about to fucking murk this whole industry. I know all the dogs. I'm talking to the top dog breeder in the whole fucking country. This cat's a multi-millionaire in Compton. And I'm asking him about his dog pedigrees, and he don't even know him the way I know him. Yeah. He'll say the dad and the grandpa. Yeah. And I know the fucking 5 generations. So I'm like, man, I could whoop these motherfuckers. So what gives me I'm a nice guy. I'm certain of myself. I'm confident in myself. What gives me the certainty and confidence is the work I put in. I'm still 12, 14 hours a day. I'll fuck around, do this interview right here, and I'll fuck around and make 25, 30 bands within this hour. Promise you. Yeah. You know? And what's giving me the certainty is the work I put in. So like, let's say I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu, and I ain't really training that hard, and I'm gonna go against another dude. I don't have that certainty because I didn't put in the work. Yeah, for sure. You know, let's flip it though. I've been doing the work. I got the little private coach. I done got my blue belt and brown belt and black belt. I could be on the street. Some guy's like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, okay, come over here, man. Twist his ass up. So what gives me the certainty and confidence is number one, putting the work and, you know, the results I get. I'm not like that with everything, but the shit I'm an expert on is what gives me the certainty, and what makes me an expert is the work I put in. I knew the dog shit as good as anybody in the whole planet in a matter of 6 months. I just knew the whole shit. I seen it, I knew it, I got it, I know what the game needs. Yeah. And that's how I feel about some of the shit I'm doing today. You've been going. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of questions, but you've been going. So I feel like they've been learning through the stories, which is actually a really, really amazing way to learn. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Like stories hit you like music, right? It's all frequencies and energy. So that's been good. But there's definitely some things I definitely want to touch on. Yep. So you were talking about like putting in the work. Putting in the work made you feel more confident, and our confidence allowed you to execute things in real life, right? That's right. So I guess what I'm asking is, what allowed you to put in that work and avoid the distractions? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many distractions. Friends, family, music, movies, you know what I'm saying? Anything. Social media, obviously. Right. Internet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what kept you from falling for any of those distractions and really locking in so you could actually master the things? Yeah. I mean, we're talking about the dogs. Yeah. So you can actually master the things that you're locking into. My thing's a little different because I just know that like I was given some gifts. And I wasn't given the most gifts, but I was given some gifts. So I told you the way I've been like built up was like that obsessive, compulsive, like personality. You know, you give me a rap song that I like, I know all the fucking lyrics. You give me a movie, I could do all the lines. You know, so for me, you could be an actor. I could be an actor. Yeah, 100%. You know, so like my thing was like I got that. The dogs, this is where my attention's at, this is where I'm going. It was just natural. It's like from 6 to 10 o'clock at night, I would do it. I'd go exercise, go back home, I'd still looking at the dogs. I'd wake up thinking about the dogs. So that was me. Most people are not built like that. That's okay. So like, let me give you guys like some technical of like what you can do if you have all these different distractions. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen it. There's a thing where it's Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, and they're like, if you could sum up success in like one word, what would it be? The two dudes are looking at each other, they look at each other, and they look at the camera, and they're like, focus. So there's a lot of noise, bro. There's a lot of fucking noise. There's a lot of noise, as you mentioned. I can name them again, but I won't. There's just so much damn noise. What you guys want to do, like you want success, you want to become a black belt, you want paper, you want that Bentley, you want that white picket fence, you want a 6-pack, whatever the fuck it is. You just have, like, this is going to sound fucked up. You just got to make a decision. Like, you really about it or you not? Like, you saying words or you really about that shit? And that's just the difference, dude. Like, you don't become a black belt at the dojo by stepping on the mat one time. It won't happen. And some people are going to put in that work and some people are not. And it's going to sound fucked up. You just have to make a decision. You want to go from where you're at to where you want to be. Okay. You want to go from like fucking what I did, go from Section 8 to 8 figures. You just got to make that fucking decision. And it's like, I used to think about this. I used to hear like, you're going to have to give something up. So then I go to like, well, that's kind of a counter-intention because with abundance, you can have it all. You don't have to get up. You are going to have get something up. It might be drinking. It might be the club. It might be fucking Halo, Call of Duty. You're going to have to give up some shit. I gave up video games. I ain't had video games since I think PS3. Yeah, I used to be on Fight Night shit. I used to be on Madden. I had to give up some shit I had to really just become that person I need to become. So that's what I would say.
So you mentioned abundance. So a lot of people feel like there may not be abundance. Like there's a finite amount of success, a finite amount of money, a finite amount of opportunity.
Right.
So in a simple setting, like how would you just break down that abundance is infinite and it's all out here for everybody?
Yeah. I mean, okay, first I'm gonna tell you a cold ass story. But before I give you the story, I'll just say, look around. You don't need to look far to find millions. Okay, here's 1.8 million right here. Okay, there's a couple $1,000s on these cameras right here. Here's $1,200 right here. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. Money is everywhere. Okay.
If you're a coach, consultant, expert, or specialist, there's only 3 things that you need to take you from where you are right now to where you want to go. And those 3 things are this: a roadmap, consistency, and the right coaching. So if you're coachable, if you can follow a roadmap, if you're ready to be consistent, I invite you to jump on a call with me or someone from my team, and we can lay out the play to get you from where you are now to where you want to go. But I'm going to be honest. Not everyone is ready. This system isn't for everyone. This is only for someone who is ready and willing to be committed, who can follow a roadmap, and who is coachable. So if that someone is you, I invite you to jump on a strategy call with me or someone from my team. We'll lay everything out for you. All right? My name is Brendan Boyd, and I'll see you on the other side.
So here's one of the biggest lessons I learned that fucked me up and changed my life. Okay. So I go to, I'm just going to tell this little story. So I get a phone call. I'm on my balcony. There's a guy named Nick Legend. He got some influence, pretty successful dude, young cat, Nick Legend. Okay. And he calls me. He said, Mike, what are you going to do next year? I'm like, man, I'm about to become a fucking X. I'm about to become a millionaire. I'm about to make 7 figures for the first time. Okay. He's like, I've been hiring a lot of coaches. I gave Ty Lopez $25K for his inner circle. So that kind of dates back. Yeah. Ty Lopez ain't taking $25K for inner circle today.
Not at all.
So that's like 4 years ago or some shit. Yeah. And he's like, I want to talk to you about counterintentions. I'm like, okay. He's like, you say you want to do this, but when it comes time to it, you kind of like shrink. I was like, okay, what are you talking about?
So he said when it comes to the time to do it, you're shrinking.
Yeah, like I'm going to go buy some real estate. Yeah. I'm going to go buy some.
Mm-hmm. He's like, when it's time to take the action.
Yeah, that's what he said, right?
Got you.
I said, okay, I'm listening. I'm not really sure where he's going with it. I shit you not, this shit's cold. I'm telling you, this is some of the best shit you'll ever hear about getting to the next. So this cat goes like this. You walk in the Foot Locker, what's the first thing you do? I said, man, I'm looking for the shoes I like. He's like, okay, after that. I was like, man, I asked for my size. He's like, nah, before that. He's like, come on, Mike. I was like, I checked the tag. He's like, exactly. Go to the Foot Locker, see the J's. You're like, damn, 180? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Everyone has done that, okay? And he said, why do you do that? I was like, well, I want to see how much that shit is. He said, do you think really you can't afford 180 shoes? Mike, you work hard? Yeah. You a good person? Yeah. You kind, you good person? Yeah. Do you think that God put you here to say you can't have $108 Jordans? I was like, nah. He's like, so why you do it? He's like, that is a counter-intention. And he's like, once you start realizing that there's a fucking nothing but abundance and you can have those shoes and fucking a couple more pairs that day, once you could wrap your head around that shit, you're not going to be scarcity-minded. That fucked me up. I was on my balcony. It was sunny. There was a line outside. I could see the fucking little parking lot. I lived in a little luxury apartment. $3,200 a month, so it was decent. And it fucked me up. I said, hold on, what? Give it back. Give it one more time. He said it. I was like, I'm done.
What were you thinking before? Like, what was your mindset prior to that, though?
It was like, I go to the damn restaurant. Okay. Oh shit, man. A fucking steak, man. Oh fuck.
Calculating everything.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm good on that. You want an appetizer?
Yeah.
No, I'm cool. It's $12. I don't say that part. Hey, you now take a water. You can't. That's the fucking lesson. You can't. If I ask any of you guys right now, what do you want? Most of y'all are gonna say, I want 6 figures. A couple of ambitious, I want 7 figures. Some of y'all motherfuckers are gonna say some crazy shit. I want to be a billionaire, right? You want this. You want $1 billion. You want 6 figures. You want 7 figures. If my bro right here said, hey man, I got a plan to get you there. It's through coaching and mentorship or whatever the fuck it is. First thing that most of you guys are gonna do, you're gonna shrink.
Yeah.
I want to make 6 figures, but I can't invest 5K. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work.
I'm so happy you said that, bro. I'm so happy you said that. Listen, for all you guys out there, I've been on these calls, you know what I'm saying? And you know, my program, I feel like my program, it's a certain price.
Sure.
It's not expensive, but it's not cheap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, you have to invest for the transformation.
You have to, bro.
Just like you said, if you can't invest to 5K, you're not gonna be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just the start. You know, like if you're gonna do multiple coaches or multiple programs or whatever the case may be, you might end up spending 100K, 200K, 300K to get to the million.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on whatever whatever it is to actually get there.
That's real. I'm gonna tell you like this. I had a mastermind a month ago, and I was asking everybody, how much do you think you spent on personal development? You, Mike, last year, 20K. I pulled out 160K in invoices in the last 60 months.
To show them what you spent.
Dog, invoices. I'm dropping 10 bands a month on coaches and mentors.
Yeah.
I'm not even, it's crazy. I go by I want to finish the story about the abundance shit.
Yeah, let's get into it.
But listen, I go by a Tony Robbins course. He got the new thing with Dean Graziosi.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's like mindset. So I'm like, fuck, I need to go grab some of that and incorporate that into my trainings. And it's the little mindset shit. And it's like how to create it's like mastermind. It wasn't the program for me because I already done touched millions on the internet. It's like the new guy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 30 days money back. So I was eligible for money back. I ain't doing no fucking money back. I ain't doing no refund. Tony Robbins done gave me free game on YouTube for the last decade.
Yeah, for sure.
And my mindset is if I go ask for a refund from Tony Robbins, the universe is like, fuck you, man. How dare you? Mm-hmm. So I just swallowed the other $1,500. It's
break that shit down though, because I feel like people don't never really understanding it.
Dude, cats be on.
Because I felt that.
Do you understand?
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like every morning, you know what I'm saying? I dig into at least 2 ET.
Love ET.
That's
how I got started.
At least 2.
That's how I got started. Right? Yeah. Love ET.
So I know at some point I'm gonna meet him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an interview with him.
I guarantee it.
At some point. But every single day I'm in there at least 10 to 30 minutes on the ET video.
Yeah,
like
you hanging out with ET.
Whatever, right?
You're hanging out with ET.
So if he drops something, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying for that. Because he done gave me like 2 years worth of
free shit.
Yeah. That I apply to my life.
It's the right thing to do. You got to flow. You got to give back. I got people that go through my shit. It's my intro product, $97. It's 30 days money back guarantee. They're like, let me go through the whole shit. Let me take advantage of the refund policy. Mm-hmm. And on day 27, let me ask for my money back.
Yeah.
You are fucking yourself, dude.
Yeah. He's not going to be successful.
It's a fuck mindset. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me. We're talking about abundance, right?
Yeah.
So after Nick Legend told me that, I stopped checking price tags at the damn restaurant. I stopped tripping on where I was going to live. We bought this watch right here. It's on YouTube. We bought this shit, 2 weeks ago? This motherfucker cost $51,000, solid gold. Okay, Rolex, right? So as a kid, I always wanted Rolex. I was selling candy to get a fucking Rolex. All my teachers, classmates, Mike gonna buy a Rolex, buy his candy. Never happened, got in trouble. I woke up one day, he was here. I'm like, man, let's go get a fucking Rolex. Fuck it, we're gonna turn into dope content. Fuck it, let's go. This is my job today, Rolex. We go to the jeweler spot, and he pulls out 2 other versions of this that's just has a little band of gold. One's 18K, the other one's 24K. Okay. And he's like, man, Submariner, Rolex's like most distinguishable, recognizable line. It's a Submariner. I was like, I know, I came for a Submariner. Okay. So I'm like, how much is that one? He's like, 18. How much is that one? 21. I said, dude, that's cold. I'm ready. I said, hey man, you got a solid gold one? I've been thinking about this shit for years. He's like, we got one in the back. I said, cool. What's the tag on it? He's like, it's 46, 47, calculator out the door is 51. I looked at it and I processed this shit within a second. This is gonna be with my kids. I'm gonna be rocking this motherfucker forever. 50K is going to be gone. The 20K I would have saved, 30K, it's going to be gone, bro. I spent 6K on ads a day.
Yeah,
this motherfucker is going to be here for the next forever.
Yeah.
So the way I make sense of it is like, everybody wants to shrink on this shit. Everybody wants to shrink on the shit. And I'm like, dude, how can I use this? First off, I'll have it forever. That's how I can make sense of it. This shit ain't gonna lose no value. That's how I can make sense of it. This motherfucker I put up, it got 40,000 views on TikTok. I only had TikTok a week. Yeah. Everybody's talking about the damn Rolex. That will turn into money. Leverage, right? Leverage. So, yeah, that's it. I want to tell a quick story, man. Quick story on
story time with Mike Barron.
Yeah. I'll be on them stories, dog. Ain't nobody be visiting me and shit. I'll be lonely as fuck.
This is fire, man. I appreciate this.
So here's a cool ass story. Watch this. So I told you the Nick Lengia thing. Everything changed since then. Started buying shit like this. Started buying shit like this, and I just knew like money is just money. It's just paper. It don't mean shit unless you use it. Doesn't mean you burn it. You can invest it. You can double up on it. Whatever. So I go to I'm hanging out with this cat named Nate in San Diego. This cat's from Oakland, street cat. He got a 2 Comma Club before me. So I'm like looking at who do I fuck with in 2 Comma Club space. He's the only cat I fuck with, man. He's like one of my homies from back in the day. So I become friends with him. He thinks I'm crazy because I got a big mouth and shit. So now we start hanging out. He takes a weird liking to me. He pulls up to the office. We got the office in Mission Valley. This cat's showing up with a fucking Maybach with a driver. Got McLarens and Rolls Royces and shit. He's a street cat too. So we start hanging out. We becoming friends. And he don't really know how real I am in terms of like the business. Yeah. He comes over. Yeah, Nate, we made 50K on this webinar today. He comes over next week. Fuck, we made another 50K on the webinar on Webinar Wednesdays. So he's like, okay. So we start hanging out, barbecues and shit. So he comes over one day. We had our first webinar, new webinar, made 50K. And I'm like, fuck it. We're all going out to Black Angus. We're all going to go to the steakhouse and drink and shit. I got my crew. He has his crew. Collectively, it must be about 15 people. All the bosses are on one side. It's Nate on one side. I'm on the same side. I got my inner circle student, Van Taylor. You should look him up. All right. This cat does 6 figures a month. I put him in the internet. He used to be a personal trainer. He's down there.
Shout out, Van.
Shout out to Van Taylor. And then I got one other, like my sales director there, and this little cat that came with Nate, little small boy, 18-year-old boy. So he got lost with the big dogs. And everyone else is around the table, big ass table. Waiter comes, she's taking everybody's order. Boop, 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 boop. She makes his way to the little dude. Hey, what would you like? He goes like this. How much is the ribeye? Ribeye's 28. Okay. How much is the sirloin? Sirloin's 18. Okay. I'm gonna have some sirloin. So I'm on his ass. I'm just like, my ears just right here.
Picking up the frequency.
I'm picking up this shit, right? She leaves away. I said, hey man, come here. What's up, Mike? Why you get the sirloin? Why not the ribeye? Man, the ribeye's 28. I go like this. I said, hey man, I shit you not. I said, hey man, you a good person? You work your ass off? You got kindness in your heart? Okay. Can you even afford that 28? Like you have it in your bank? I was gonna buy it if you're not. Yeah. I said, hey man, you think your God put you here? And say, nope, not him. You can't afford it. It's $28. I said, look, bro, listen, come here. I said, this fool right here is a 7-figure earner. Got a fucking chauffeur from Oakland. This cat right here, man, he made 50K today. Me, I'm a 7-figure earner, bro. Look around. Look, this moment will be immortalized. This thing will live forever. And you worried about saving like $12? Come on, bro. What are you gonna do? Excuse me, I'm gonna change my order. I want the ribeye. What? Yeah. And the other cat that was doing better than me, he was on my ass. I know he never heard that kind of game. He was like, man, Mike, you on some shit. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. The waitress drops off the shit. I'm staring at him, cutting the shit. He eats it. I said, hey, bro, how was that ribeye? Man, like, best steak ever. But what's the lesson? Motherfuckers think they can't have a ribeye because it costs too much. They can't think they can't have no Gucci shoes because it costs too much. nah, I'm not gonna, get the Spider-Man movie in IMAX because the IMAX is 20 and the regular one's 12.
Yeah,
it don't work like that.
With the waitress pulling up in the menu situation. Yeah.
So that was the big thing I had to get over. My big thing, I'm 37. My big thing was money. I never had no money. I had a problem with money. So that was like the big thing I had to get over. So that's all.
So when you say get over it, are you talking about actually having it? Or are you talking about the way that your mind processed it? Because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are stuck on like feeling like they actually deserve money. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And stuck on like, like a friend told me yesterday, she was like, she's not progressing because she has an issue with where she feels like she's suffering from the idea that if she's successful, she's gonna leave people. And she don't want that to happen.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a block right there, dude. The way you look in the mirror, this is not my own shit. It's called Wise Consulting. They say be, do, and have. So the way you look at yourself, your beingness. Okay, I'm not good at friends. I'm the shy. Well, guess what? You're probably not good at friends.
Yeah, for sure.
You're probably the shy type, which is fine. Okay, man, I'm the life of the party. Man, everywhere I go, people know me. I'm Mike Barron. Man, I got big man. Well, guess what? That's probably what it is. So the way you look at yourself in the mirror is a reflection of the fucking world. We gonna be on some like kumbaya spiritual shit. That shit became true for me. I know that shit now.
I believe that too.
Yeah. So the thing about money was I'm a kid that never had no fucking money. We didn't grow up with no fucking money. And I'm listening to principles from a poor woman. And it's like, money don't grow on trees. Yeah. No, you can't have no toys. Christmas is next month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Christmas every day for me. What the fuck we talking about? So I'm operating off of those principles, and those principles came from, her parents, my mom's parents. So I got wrong information, wrong data. So for the long time, money wasn't real for me. I go to Grant Cardone's office. I'm a sales manager, and the average fucking ticket is like $25K to $37K. I've never asked nobody for that kind of money. It wasn't real. Sir, card on you for the next 24 months. It's going to be $27,000. Have you heard enough to make a decision? It wasn't real for me, dude. I never even fucking seen that kind of money. How the fuck am I going to ask for it? So that was the big thing I had to overcome. But now me investing in myself, leveling up, how am I asking you to invest in some shit if I don't do it?
100%, bro. Yeah. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple things I want to touch on, right?
Yep.
We haven't even talked about what you do now, which is fine because I feel like they're getting a lot of drip just with this.
Yep.
But what about operating as your future self right now?
You have to, dude. You have to become that person you want to become. Like I'm gonna tell you like this. When I was in corporate, I was a career advisor. I was listening to Mark Cuban, even GC. I'd have a presentation, a lot of pressure on my chest. If I had to go talk to the executives, I'm going to step into a classroom. I would go downstairs into the parking lot, and my face would become Mark Cuban. My face would become Grant Cardone. I started talking like dude with the accent and everything. It's called operating on a via. So if you ever grew up, you had an older cousin that was the shit, older bro that was like the shit. When you're around your friends, you almost act like your older cousin.
That normally happens when people watch movies.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you watch like American Gangster or like
Straight
The
up.
Matrix or
Straight
whatever,
up.
And there's a character that pretty much has an impact on you,
Yeah.
or even the energy of sometimes even music videos is like
You trying to channel that shit.
Yeah.
I'd be
So
like, man, I'm Vietnamese Mexican 50 Cent.
100%.
That's what I'm going for. Shit. I don't know if you'll notice that shit. I'm going for it. Fuck.
For those out watching, what would you say, like I guess in the principle or even a story, because I really appreciate your stories.
Yeah.
The truth about wealth.
The truth about wealth?
Yeah.
The truth about wealth is that, okay, there's rich and then there's wealth. Okay, so it's kind of a weird thing to say, man. I'm starting to touch some rich shit. I know I'm the biggest. All these cribs are 1.5, 1.8 million, all of them. The chiropractor across the street, the dentist 2 doors down, I'm whooping all their asses. I know I'm the biggest producer in this neighborhood right now. I know that for a fact. I'm touching over 7 figures in a month. I'm touching way more than that dentist. I just know it. So I need to get the fuck up out of here. That's just this, and that might be his ideal scene. But for me, this is just a stepping stone at best. Yeah, and that's just my own personal thing. Yeah. And money don't got to be your thing or whatever, but that's just, I'm about that paper, right? So now the truth about wealth is you can get rich by hustling. You can fuck around and make 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, stack up fucking $1 million. But the truth is you ain't gonna get wealthy unless you actually have fucking cash flow assets, or you got like really good investments, real estate, property, different businesses. That's how you create wealth through investing. That's the more mature version of Mike.
Yeah.
All my rich homies, they be like, man, you a fool, man. You You jump on stage and you make motherfuckers laugh, and your cash flow is good, but you ain't got no passive income. So that's like the little thing that I like to poke at me.
Yeah.
Mike just a little fucking wildcat. He think he knows everything and shit. He ain't got no damn properties or no shit like that, man. Level up, boy. For real, I've been knowing motherfuckers do 150 million. You talk to me like that.
So for those that are getting money, hustling,
Yeah.
I think one of the things I took away from that, and I want to make sure people are paying attention to that and absorb it, is that passive income.
You got it.
That recurring cash flow.
Right.
So whether you work 9 to 5 or maybe you're entrepreneur, solopreneur, entrepreneur, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Why do you need that passive income?
So you know, go look at the wealthy, dude. They talk about your money needs to have babies. All the rich motherfuckers, they figure out the money. Okay. So this thing right here, we put $30K on credit, and I paid $20K cash. And in the clip you put up on TikTok, I'm like, yeah, just run the credit. I had all these fucking idiots saying, man, this guy's a fool. That's the last thing you want to do is credit. But they're operating off of fucking middle class, lower class principles. Yeah. Where they say, don't get a credit card. Don't get this motherfucker. I got interest-free credit for 6 months.
Yeah, you got hella rewards, hella points.
I got hella rewards, hella points. I don't fucking dip into my cash flow. You're gonna give this shit for me and all interest-free, and I get to use your money to buy this shit. Yeah. I'm gonna use your fucking money
every single time.
I could buy the whole shit if I want to, but why? Why take a $50,000 ding for no reason? I got some shit, man. I think your audience will like this. This is I got this game from a guy named Shakir Hussein.
Shakir Hussein.
Yeah, he's like the only cat with like last time I checked with 2 Common Club X. Big internet dude. I gave him 25 G's for 8 meetings. I only met him twice because I was like, man, I need to get to work. He gave me 2 bars that have turned into almost 10 million in the last 12 months.
So you had 25K for 8 meetings.
That's right.
You only did 2.
That's right.
That's all you needed.
I saw, dog.
I just want to make sure people are understanding this.
You know but you know what the lesson is, right?
Yeah.
People that are going to meet you and meet me, they want the magic wand.
Yeah. Execute.
They want that. Where's the magic wand to get the motherfucking 25-foot ceilings? You just got to shut up and just listen. Shaq. Okay, so I'm bouncing around, but Shaq goes like this. I'm driving down Mission Valley. He said, Mike, because I've been doing the internet ad agency for trainers and gym owners. That's how I got my first million. I run funnels and ads. Okay. He said, Mike, hey, listen. You are never going to be fucking Kevin David, Dan Henry, Russell. You're never going to be the world's greatest marketer. Your funnels are okay. Your Facebook ads are okay. You're making a living, you're okay. He's like, were you Slice, dude? Well, you're different. He's like, I know Dan Locke. I know fucking GC. I had a conversation with Jordan Bell. He's like, were you Slice in this industry? I ain't never heard anybody talk about sales and closing the way you have. He's like, you're that fucking guy. And if you really want to run it up, you should meet successful marketers like me. You should train salespeople, meet successful people like me, and then charge them a fee or like a share to actually supply them with closers. And everybody has to go through you for closers. It was Nick Pena again. I said, hold on. Say that shit again, bro. I pulled over. My wife's in the car.
Oh, you was driving that time?
Dog, yeah. I said, hold on. Give it to me one more time. He repeats it. I was like, I'm done. Shaq, I'll see you next year. I turned that conversation into fucking, I shit you not, into $10 million in a year. I dropped the Facebook shit. I dropped the Fit Pro shit. I started that shit up. We made $1 million on that new product in the first month.
So you stopped doing that, and then you focus on the closings.
I didn't stop doing it.
Yeah, but you pivoted.
I pivoted.
Yeah,
and then it just started to fizzle out. Yeah, and because I know you're not supposed to abandon the stream. I was doing this shit. I started the new closing shit. Dude, I'm talking about we made $1 million in the first month. Kids were throwing credit cards at my face. Dude, I can't even catch them all. I didn't do no closing. I didn't close fucking for years. I got 28 people on my closing team. So anyways, his students start hitting me up, Shaq, what are you doing that I'm not doing? What is he saying to you that it's not, you ain't listening. You want the magic fucking wand and it's right there. So this is what he taught me. This is what I was gonna tell you about creating wealth. He says, I wish I could take it for myself. He says, Mike, let me tell you about the journey of the entrepreneur. You know what it is? Nah, I don't know what it is. He said, number one, you got to skill up. He said, you got to have
skill up.
You got to have the skills to pay the bills. Doctor, lawyer, attorney, dentist, you got to have the skills to pay the bills. And ain't nobody paying for average. So you got to have skills. I said, okay. He said, you teach closing. That's a high ticket skill set. Me, I teach funnels and ads. A high ticket skill set. I was like, okay, got you. Check. What's next? He said, you got to skill up. Number two, you got to start up. You need to get your ass out and actually go apply those skills. Okay, one cat went to college, got 10 degrees, ain't done shit yet. Skill up, start up. Get your ass out, go produce. I said, okay, I like that. Fuck yeah. And then he said, number 3 is called scale up. I said, I know what that is. He's like, yeah, systems, layers, getting people to, do the work for you, SOPs, standard operating procedures. I was like, fuck, that's where I'm at right now. He said, number 4, he says, it's called sell up. He said, Mike, he didn't say this part, but this is how he meant to say it. You could do anything, but you can't do everything, which means there's only one Mike. You need to go leverage and find people that you can kind of throw them some bread and actually get a little flow.
Yeah. That's our word again, leverage.
Leverage, right? So I did that too. And then he says, number 5 is the ultimate entrepreneur. That's your legacy stake. That's where you're with your Dream 500. And he says that's where you got your money working for you. You do philanthropy, whatever the fuck you want to do, because money ain't a thing no more.
Yeah.
So he went more to depth. So that has been a framework I've been using for my inner circle students, for my own business.
I'm about to put that shit on my wall back at the crib.
That's cold, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, okay, that shit kind of makes sense. So that's where I'm at right now. So now I bought a gym last year because I want to be more credible as an internet dude for the gyms. Yeah. Yo, Alex Friedman, client and close friend. Hey, man, how you doing right now? Good? Could things be better? Things could always be better. How much money you make? Man, I made $25K. Dog, if I got a play to get you to $50K, I put up the ad spend. I got a sales team that closes for you. Use my SOPs for my 7-figure business, and you do the fitness shit, and I give you some cash. Would you break me off a half? Yeah, how does it work? I'll give you fucking X amount of money. I want half the shit. He said, yeah.
You know what that shit's called, y'all? That's called a joint venture.
You feel me though?
That's a JV. So I just want you guys to understand about joint ventures, right? And leveraging, you know what I'm saying? We just talked about JVs. I want to make sure you guys mention that because Mike basically, he came over with everything. Standard operating procedures.
Yeah.
The frameworks.
The whole shit,
the
man.
systems.
Yeah.
A proven system, matter of fact, right? He saw an opportunity. Somebody's making bread, but they can make more bread.
Right.
Right? And that alignment created something for you to bring to him.
Right.
And then you were able to put a partnership together.
Right.
And that partnership created passive income.
Right. And in addition to that, it's symbiotic. I ain't out here like, hey, man, let's go do the hamburger joint. Hey, man, let's go set up the little dispensary shit. I was an internet marketer for fitness trainers and gym owners. I got a close boy that owns a gym. I could become more credible about the fitness shit because I own a gym now. Yeah. And he can use what I need, which is the new leads and the sales systems, all that shit. So it's like the two got to coexist, symbiotic. You know what I mean?
There's a couple of rapid fire questions I want to ask you.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick.
And I just want to let you know, I really, really appreciate this, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like normally we just get down to like, I don't want to say there's like basics questions, but there's like certain things for us to touch on. But I think through your stories, parables, and just the flow, I feel like everyone, like y'all have to go back and watch this. Like there's too many gems in here for y'all to miss. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. For real. Like I know I got a friend with you now, man. Yeah, no, and I know we're gonna be tough. Like real shit.
Yeah. All right, so rapid fire round.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna just throw some questions.
Okay.
Or some statements, rather. Off the cuff.
Okay.
All right. So what's emotional intelligence to you?
Yeah, emotional intelligence is one's ability to control their own emotions and then also to gauge the emotions in the room. So like, let's say I'm in a sales meeting and the guy's like, man, your stuff is too expensive. A person with bad emotional intelligence is going to get charged up, reactive, like, what the fuck you mean? You go look at your Warren Buffett's, your Steve Jobs. They're cold with the shit. They don't lack emotion, but they know how to control their emotions. That shit took me a long time to learn because I just used to be in the streets. Used to look at myself as a hothead. So that's emotional intelligence.
What about your morning routine, evening routine?
Yep. So morning routine, 5:30 a.m. Wake up, gym at 5 o'clock. Okay, get it in for about an hour. Come back, grub real quick. I'm already having a meeting at like 6:15, 6:30. That shit's gonna go. I'm gonna do one-on-one meetings with my partners or my my inner circle students till about 8:30. Okay, 8:30. I meet one of my coaching groups. It's a group coaching group. I meet them for half an hour. 9 o'clock, I get on my team huddle, and on my team huddle, I have 90 people on my team right now, all across the fucking country and outside. We get up. And I'm not even I'm the founder now. I got a guy running the whole fucking company, John Pena. So I'm not even running this shit. I just show up and I just, get my morning motivation with those guys and they're all fucked up. Here's a win. And then I keep going to meetings till about 11 o'clock. I break. I go to downtown San Diego and meet my coaches. I'm talking all the way there to my partners. come back, and I do a little bit more production. I'm at the dinner table at 5 o'clock with my wife and my daughters. And then we eat, we go for a walk, we go for a cruise, we go hang out, we go extrovert, come back, and fucking I'll do a little bit more work. And then we come back and, you know, I turn on something on the TV. And I turn on, just a little disclaimer, I put on TV, that's my wife's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't be slipping like that. I ain't no need a fucking TV. So that's my run. And then I do that Monday through Friday. Saturday, I meet this guy. We go to see all the Ferrari owners and Cars and Coffee and Lamborghini owners. And then I work half a day Saturday. Sundays, I don't take no meetings. I'll be in the lab until everybody wakes up and we go do like a zoo trip or some shit. Yeah.
What about books, man? So if anybody's watching this, what are some of the most impactful books that you would recommend?
Yeah, so I'm just going to name two. So someone asked me, they said, Mike, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? I said, you would think big. You got to think bigger sooner. So the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone is a book that's going to open up your mind. It's not going to make you think about 6 figures. It's going to make you think about 7, 8 figures or even more. So I would recommend the 10X Rule to get people to fucking open up their mind. You know, how you want to do, I just want to be able to take care of my bills, buy some groceries, have a nice apartment. Okay, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But if you read that book, you're going to start thinking about more. So that'll be one. It's an incredible book. And another one is called Beyond Positive Thinking. It's cold as fuck. Beyond Positive Thinking. So we know we're supposed to be positive. But why is there so many people on Instagram positive with the motivational quotes, struggling broke? Because it's not about being positive. It's not even about being negative. It's about being right. So you got to be positive. You got to start doing the right shit. I see so many people positive doing the wrong shit. They don't ever get the result. So that's what that book teaches. I listened to that audiobook 300 times in the last 5 years. Dr. Robert Anthony, I believe last name's Young. Yeah.
All right. And if you were going to make a school, Mike Barron School, for like middle school, high school, what would be the 3 principles in your school?
Damn, that's a good question. So I'm in the entrepreneur, I'm like in that investment shit now. I got to do right now in New York, right now, literally today, looking at a 17 unit building that I'm going to more than likely buy. So after I do that shit, I'm going to worry about money and I got the cash flow. What does the game become? I'm going to go set up school systems in Mexico, Africa. We doing the whole shit, philanthropy, all that shit. We out here, you know, setting up water and all that. So the first thing is it's going to be number one about awareness. You gotta open up your awareness. A lot of people are amazed and they run into a fucking wall. What I want to do is lift you up a few feet so you're like, oh, that's the entrance, that's the exit. So it's going to be about opening up people's mind. That's the first one. The second thing is going to be about really honing in on a high ticket skill set. You know, that would be the third thing. Okay, excuse me, the second thing, and the third thing is how to secure gainful employment. Meaning, how do you fucking progress? Even my badass, when I was in corporate, I was a career advisor. I became a director. I became a fucking president of college. I'd be smoking weed and shit with my homies, and I'm a president of college. What the fuck? I don't smoke today. That's just me. But I know how to move up in the career. So it'd be those, and I'm world class in those 3 things.
Word. Man, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yo, this has been amazing.
My bro.
Multi-million-dollar stories with Mike Barron.
Let's
you know
go.
What I'm saying? This has been the On the Pursuit Podcast, and I'll see you guys on the episode. If you're someone looking to level up in your personal life and also in your business, what if I told you there's only 2 things that you really need to focus on? Number 1 is your routines. If you knock down your routine each and every day, you're gonna be further along in your personal life. The other thing is your rituals. If you knock down your rituals each and every day, you're gonna be further along in your business life. And what if I told you don't have to do this all by yourself? You can be part of an impactful group that's looking to level you up and support you along your journey. What's in the group? Let me give it a sauce. I'm talking about a daily tracker to make sure you stay on point. We read books that impact your life in real time. You get access to a group community where we're there to support one another. And there's 2 group coaching sessions each and every month. And guess what? It's only $1 for 7 days, so you can try it out. And then after that, it's $89 a month. All this value. So click the link below, get in a group. Let's level up your life. Let's level up your business. Let's go to the next level.